Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Should
Please
I
go ahead.
start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
please.
evening, everyone. We would like to wholeheartedly welcome each one of you for the Deccan Positive Mental Health Team celebration on the special occasion of Mother's Day. Would like to invite the organizers of the team, which has a Manasi Chubakara Mind Care Center in Hyderabad, Forest Creative Arts Studio, Punjab, and the Yellow Pond Counseling Center in India, in association with Sri Deepthi Counseling Center, Hyderabad, Clover Learning Center, Hyderabad, Shrisha Counseling Center, Kozhikode, and Mindstyle Hub of Kolkata. I would like to call upon our honorable chief guest for today. And before that, a small message about Mother's Day. Welcome, ma'am. God could not be everywhere, so He created mothers. She's the one who showers unconditional love on us and nurtures our lives through their valuable lessons and teachings. She helps us find the right path when we stumble, and with her support, we can overcome any difficulties in life. Her blessings remove the stumbling blocks from our path and help us accomplish our goals. I have immense pleasure in inviting our honorable chief guest for the day, Mrs. Padma Nandayal, ma'am, and the other honorable speakers. She's a co-founder of Sampurna Zero Waste Hyderabad. Environmental issues have always been of great interest to Mrs. Padma Nandyal. This interest intensified when she worked as a teacher for 25 years at all levels, both in India and the UAE, Dubai. Environmental management was one of the subjects she taught to students. She acquired two postgraduate master's degree, one in ecology and environment, and the other in public administration. While serving as a teacher in Chimaya Vidyalaya in New Delhi and Arab Unity School in Dubai, she started and actively coordinated nature clubs for students, and she received the Certificate of Excellence for her outstanding contribution in the field of education, an award from the Lions Club of New Delhi. She's been a coordinator of newspaper and education HT PACE, worked as an academic and admin coordinator for Prison Soft Tech Bangalore. She's been conducting workshops and demos in solid waste management in schools, colleges, RWAs, and corporate offices. Recently, she conducted workshops in solid waste management to the students of Zilla Parishad schools in Sangareddy and Mechdal districts. And with that short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to you. The floor is yours, ma'am. Over to you once again.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
everybody, and hello, and good to see you all. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. As it's we are celebrating the Mother's Day, um, so this is my inspiration from my mother. What all I'm doing now is the inspiration from my mother. Since 5 years, I have observed her, like about the waste. So this is a in thing. Though I feel my journey of eco sustainability, what I have written in the book, and then what I'm saying is self-boast, but it's an in thing now, and I want to start the journey from since the morning 5 where I get up. So I brush my teeth. First, starting my day starts with brushing teeth with a mug of water. With a mug of water, because I don't want the flow of water and wasting 5 liters of water. Second, once I go into the kitchen, I cut the milk sachets so that the corner does not go into the drains. Then comes my breakfast, lunch, where I'll just so that there's a continuity. I'll take it into it. This one I have written. Now comes the hot coffee. Hot coffee morning. That gives you energy for everybody. So that contains a lot of potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, and which is very useful for the composting, which I do composting. So the main thing which I want to tell you is 100 out of 100%, 60% of our waste is kitchen waste. That is the vegetable peels, food peels, and other peels which I do, which I put into the compost. After for the breakfast, lunch, after I finish, the whole thing goes into the compost kit. Then comes the what all I do with the waste. The 60% is over. It's automatically segregated from wet waste. So the 20% of the wet waste which I do, I segregate separately and give it to the waste picker. The other the resources which we get every day, you must be knowing it. So I'll just give you. This is bioenzyme. I do bioenzyme to shun the chemicals, so used for floor cleaning and all that. This is all the journey which I'm doing it since ages. So that's why I say 95% of my house is waste free. Only 5% I send it to the landfill. This is the bioenzymes which I make with the peels of the things. Second thing is, this is we all get nowadays. Glass bottles are not being taken by the kabadi walas. So I decorate the glass bottles and use for dry fruits. This is badam inside, dry fruits, and decorate my kitchen. And this is another, Priya pickle. Priya pickle bottle is decorated and then given a creative look and used for pulses. Masalas, jeera. There is jeera inside. So all these things, I never throw anything out. So this, can you guess? Can we have an interactive session? Can you guess with what it is made of? Can we have any
rolls?
what?
Newspaper.
Pardon?
Newspaper.
No. Yeah, you're coming near to that, but it's not newspaper. The promotional papers which we get inside the newspaper. So that is not being thrown and made into a pencil holder. It hardly takes, you may be saying, it consumes time. No, when you're watching TV, when you're listening to the music, you can do all this. So this is not, why I'm telling you, this is not a recyclable material. Whatever is not recyclable material is being used as a resource at home. So this synthetic, this is called synthetic paper. So this is not used, it is not reusable or recycled. So that's why you can make different items with this. The third thing is, this is the Priya pickle, which has been decorated. I have already shown you. And the compost which I do, I told you the nitrogen, all the vegetable peels, fruit peels are thrown, and then at the end of the 1 month, you get a lovely compost, which is used for the plants. I have a balcony garden. All the plants are used, this is used, and the water which you get acts as an enzyme. And nothing is being thrown. This, can you imagine from which it is made? This is a dart, that got spoiled and it was been thrown. So I made it as a keychain museum. All the keychains can be kept on that. So why I'm telling all this is, what we are throwing in the landfill are not being utilized. You hardly can generate only 5% once you mix dry waste and wet waste. So next is, I always carry a bag, 5-6 bags in this one for groceries and other errands. And a water bottle, of course, you will carry. We have invented this in Delhi. It is called 3B Funda. What is 3B Funda? One is bag, bottle, and box. These 3 things you have to carry when you're going for a restaurant or anything, so that you don't bring a one-time plastic to the home. That is one thing. Second thing is contributing very small. We are contributing very small to the nature, but it gives immense pleasure. And your organization is a mental health, and how you get immense satisfaction when you do this composting or doing all this resourceful items. You get immense satisfaction, and they are stress busters. And now the recent study says, I'll just read out, recent study says, reveal that engagement with sustainable behaviors and lifestyles can lead to a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and contentedness to the natural world, all of which are key components of mental health. So this is a way of letting out your stress. So these things, and the cushion covers, sofa covers usually people throw away. So instead of throwing away the old cushion covers or old sofa covers, you make a designer bags so that it will be useful for carrying uh, luggage as well as the groceries, whatever it is. So instead of throwing it, you just wash it nicely and then make use of maximum utilization of the resources. And this is, of course, a box where you can put all my Ayurvedic things, like, things are being kept. So this is being done. So it doesn't make, it makes a lot of difference. These small things make a lot of difference. And this is our composting kit. Can you see this? Hello? Can you see? Yeah, this is the composting kit. There are 2 bins where you put all the kitchen waste, and inside there is a strainer and a tap and a stand, and the accelerator which we give. This is a full kit which is available, that we can talk it. How to do composting, we can have a separate session. This is only my journey of eco-sustainability. So, so composting, there's for multiple, so a single solution for the multiple problems is composting. So how many of you are doing? I don't know. If you're not doing it, it's not a rocket science. It's a simple thing. You're doing wonderful, good. Because how you feel when you're doing the composting?
Basically, ma'am, all the vegetables peels I store in a bucket, and every time I water my plants with the dal or chawal, the range water, not in that water. And throughout the 2 times now it is very dry, so 2 times I'm watering my plants. So every time I'm storing the water whenever I'm washing any utensils or something, or the vegetables. This water I'm storing and I'm using it for the plantation.
One more thing is, when you do this composting, and the compost you get, it gets a lot of water content. So every day you need not put water. I put, in this hot summer, I put only thrice a week. I water the plants only thrice a week.
Okay.
So that is the advantage, because this is homemade organic compost.
And ma'am, one more thing, should we mix some fresh water with the compost water?
No mixing. You have to see, there's a combination of greens and browns, nitrogen and carbon. So greens are all the vegetable peels, what we do, vegetable food peels, and all the peels generate nitrogen. And then the flowers, the dry flowers, which we offer to the god, and you usually throw it, that is that. And then dry leaves, they all generate carbon. So there's a mixture of these 2. And you can add cocoa peat. Nowadays, about the cocoa peat. That also can be added. It's a very simple method. Yeah, initially it takes a little time to mindset, but once you are there, you don't feel like throwing anything outside. So you believe it or not, in my house, only once in a week, I give we sweep the thing, all the thing. It hardly contains 5%. That I give once or twice in a week. That's it. And once in 15 days, I give the dry waste, which we get. Dry waste in the sense, the polythene. I don't use one-time plastic. If I get it also, I reuse, recycle, and everything. So, and other sources are all done. And the clothes which are getting old, in the sense, they're okay, we give it to the NGOs. And there is an organization in Hyderabad. I don't know whether you know. It is, I'll just tell you later. So that those people come and take the other cardboards, any big cardboards, everything, they take it. So that's everybody can do this. It's nothing, it's not a rocket science, I'm telling you. And most of like to whom I have given workshops, even children, they do it. So by then what we are doing is, we are, what about the landfills? They are getting mountains, landfills. Instead of that, we have to reduce and give good future to the children. So that's a basic objective of ours. So this is the thing. And sustainable practices, what we are doing, these are all sustainable practices, often encourage to immerse ourselves, like in this composting, whatever, immerse ourselves and get immense pleasure. That is one thing which we get. And repurposing, I told you, the repurposing curtains or whatever, if you want to give it to the poor, that is fine. But instead of, I saw, this is all, I have got so many pictures in my book also. People throw curtains, clothes, then bed sheets, mattresses, everything in the dustbin. And they go to the landfill. So what happens? They become rotten. So it is of no use to anybody. So when they are in good condition, you give it to the NGOs or the poor people around you. So that is so that you can do a lot of service. It's a sort of service. Doing composting is service itself, because you are not sending it to the landfill. And one more thing, is I just wanted to tell you this old furniture. I have had old showcase, which was getting so that I made into a book stand, book rack. Instead of throwing the out, I made it so that is called refurbishing that. And then open thing has been done as a showcase, shoe rack. So nothing has been wasted. So when I was renovating this flat, hardly I could send some 20% or 30% out to the landfill. In the truck. Because otherwise everything has been renovated, repurposed, upcycled. I think you know about it. Upcycling, everything is nowadays getting upcycled. Even the tires, which the old tires are getting upcycled as chairs and other things. So this, I wanted to show you. Yeah, earlier some of them were not there. This is my book, Think Globally, Act Individually. So this is the third edition, where you find eco-friendly actions to save the planet. And in this, you will find everything. It's like, how all this innovative, creative items, as the kitchen has been done with the pre-apical bottles, because nowadays bottles are not being taken by the kabaddi persons. And the small, beer bottles. And then straws. Instead of using the plastic straws, you make with the this type of straws, so that one time it's okay, 1 time or 2 times you can use it and throw it. So the main fund here is I have recoined 3 mantra theory into 6 mantra theory. What is that 6 mantra theory? Is refuse. You know what is refuse? We don't take any polythene from outside. That is only 50 microns. Above 50 microns, polythene can be used, and that they can be recycled. Others are not recycled. So that's why you should carry a carry bag. Cloth bags, as many. This bag hardly occupies any space. Even the mobile, you can, when you're carrying a mobile, even that also does not weigh this much. So you can carry 3-4 bags in your bag, in your purse, or your scooter, or your 2 vehicle or 4 vehicle, and then don't bring the one-time plastic. That is one thing. Second thing is what do you call eco bricks. Eco bricks I don't encourage much, but I have made the children do eco bricks because this kurkure packets and all that, they are again not recycled. They are not being recycled. So what we do is we stuff it in the thumbs up bottles and all that, and then make stands. Even in few countries like Thailand and other things, they make a platform in the parks. They make platform in the parks with that because they are solid. In fact, they are more stronger than the bricks. So they make it. So that consumes a lot of time. I don't encourage because, again, encouraging plastic. So instead of that, you can avoid using one-time plastic. So the main thing which I wanted to tell you is 60% automatically is being segregated at home. And then 20% is the dry waste, which you automatically separated and given to the waste picker. And the other 15% is the e-waste, which you get e-waste, the batteries and other things. Then that can be separated and given to the agency. You should not never give to the kabaddi person because they misuse it, and the material in that is very poisonous and is hazardous to the planet. So, and the only 5% you are giving it to the landfill, which we cannot avoid. That is called discarded waste. So now actually I want, see now I just, it's a small thing. Progress is impossible without change. Okay, you all agree. Then, and those who cannot change, their minds cannot change. So we have to change. Of course, we are all, as you are all doing it in one way or the other. So we have to change the mindset of others also. That is more important. So neighbors and all that, I mean, you have to tell them that you just segregation, dry waste, wet waste. That's important. Because once it is mixed, nobody can do anything. Only 5% is being, you can only get 5% from it once it is mixed, dry waste and wet waste. So whether people say, yes, we mix it, we separate it, but at the end of the day, they take it. But no, you can motivate them. I'm doing it in my flats. I make the people do it. So he takes it separately. That can be given twice a week, Wednesday or Saturday, whichever day is convenient, twice a week. And then, so you just have to change the mindset of the people. That's more important. We, as energetic people like you and me, we have to change the mindsets of the people. That's more important. So this is my journey since morning till evening. I do something or the other, give workshops, and children, in fact, day after I have a small workshop with children. Just, they have holidays. Instead of just playing, I give some gyan to them. At least, 10%, in 10%, at least 1% goes inside. That will be taken at home because children are more clever than parents. Sorry to say this. Children are more, they implement immediately. Instead of we take, oh, why should we do? It takes a lot of time. And I don't have, because these are all given by people, highly educated people, these statements. Kyun bekar mein karna hai? हाँ, time waste है. हाँ, हमें इतना time नहीं है. It hardly, see, I'm telling you, in composting, I spend only 5 minutes. I'm sure everybody can do it. Just 5 minutes. Putting into the composting and then just mixing it and putting some accelerator powder, something. That's it. 5 minutes is enough. And others, when am I watching? Watching, you just can't watch. See, watching TV is already there. So that's nothing creative. So I tell my students, so don't watch TV. There's nothing creative in that. It's already there. So you use your creativity. So I just don't watch any movie or whatever it is. So instead of that, I do all this kachra with waste. So wonders from waste. I call it as best of waste or wonders from waste. And I really get satisfaction. and I gift it also. During Varalakshmi Puja and Navaratris, I don't use any plastic. I give this beetle leaf. Beetle leaf is also grown in my balcony. This big beetle leaf I get. So it's all with this compost only. I don't use any other compost outside. As you said, you need not put water every day. Thrice a week, that is enough. Because that water retention will be there in this. Because it's, you can see how it's a black gold. We call it as black gold. So this is again, we can have a session on composting later, the full session. Why we should do, how we should do, and what not to do, what not, I mean, do's, don'ts, everything. So this is our kit I have showed you. That's available in Amazon also. Amazon and the website and Flipkart, everything. So now comes, you tell me, just tell me my time. So the otherwise we'll be going on and on. So if you have doubts, please, we'll clear it. Because these are things which is a very, very useful thing. And it's a future of our planet. That's important. And then we are proud. In fact, one thing I'll tell you, Indians are more in a better position. Because we have a recycling. Because we have kabadi walas. In other countries, they don't have. Once it is spoiled, they just throw it. Because I remember my in-laws, they stay there. They came here. They were surprised when I was getting the umbrella repaired. Wow, this umbrella is getting repaired. We just throw it. So we have an advantage. India, we have a lot of advantages. People take, recycle, reuse, all these things that we have to take optimum utilization for this. Then anything which I have just upcycling, I told you. So we have to be creative. If you have small children, you can make them do it. All these things, they are very simple. So we can take a session how we are doing it. And these enzymes really works wonders. I'll tell you, these are wonders. Because, I don't use outside because, they are chemicals. This, Rita, kunkudikai ఉంటుంది కదా అది Rita.
You wash your hair with that Rita. Yeah.
No, this is bioenzyme. I put this Rita.
No, I'm saying Rita is also used for washing the hair.
Yes, ma'am, right. Because I heard from my mother at that time there was no shampoo and all.
No,
I used to use that only.
I
used to wash the hair.
Small fruit like that. No,
exactly.
Kukurka is called soap nut. Soap nut.
Black soap nut.
Exactly.
There will be a
You're right.
Kukurka.
It is soap nut. What we do is, after we get the simple thing, it takes 3 months. So once you filter it, you get this. In this, you can add Rita and then wash this one, jewelry. It is jewelry, and then our pure silk saris. All this can be washed. So instead of using any chemical, this is being used. So I told you now, it's very simple. Doing is very simple. Initially, it may take, why should we do? So you may not be saying, but people, because I have interviewed so many people, they say, so there's nothing, I'll throw it. It's a casual way method. And they litter and once they go to any other country, they have been fined. But in India, we don't have that system. So just they throw anything, whatever they want, they throw it anywhere. So let us not give any examples about negative examples. So we'll be positive. So this is a thing. And then, and no use of single. In my house, my family members also, we carry bags. We carry cotton cloth bags. We don't get any one-time plastic. That is one thing. I told you now, I was telling about puja. In puja, I usually give cloth bags with coconut and betel leaf, what we give kumkum and all that. I give in that way instead of using any powder. These are the small things, which makes a lot of difference. Any questions now you can ask. Otherwise, we'll have it at the end of the session. Is it done? My time?
Yes,
Sunanda?
end of
Yes,
the
sir.
session,
Yes.
we can interact. Now,
Yes.
I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
we can jump
Thank you for
into
a
the.
wonderful.
Now you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank
next
you for a
one.
Out of your
wonderful session, ma'am. Very innovative and creative ideas. We found your ideas and
Thank you. I want,
your this one very
my
innovative
request
and
is I
creative.
want everybody to
And-
implement.
Sure.
I'm there
You can
always.
just guide us on
Any
that, ma'am,
doubts,
because we
any-
just need your guidance. We just need your guidance to implement all those things because you have
Definitely,
wonderful
100%
ideas.
I'll give you guidance.
Yes. Thank you. If with your kind permission, may I move to the next speaker for the day, ma'am? We'll
Yeah,
get back to you with
definitely,
some questions.
If
Thank
you
you so
have
much
any
for a
queries at
wonderful
the end
session.
of the day, you can ask me. At the end
Sure,
of the
sure, ma'am.
session, you can ask me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm there.
Yes, ma'am. Our next speaker for the day is Mrs. P. Jyoti Raja, ma'am, who's a psychologist, founder and director of Sri Deepthi Counseling Center, Hyderabad. She has been offering service to society through her organization, Sri Deepthi Counseling Center, and spreading awareness on key issues through electronic media and the print media since 1999. She's been offering group counseling for children, parents, and teachers. She's been conducting career guidance sessions, psychological testing, and she's an expert in parental strategies. She has 25 years of rich experience in the field of teaching, training, and counseling, specialist trainer on life skills, soft skills, communication skills, motivation, goal setting, positive thinking, and many more. And the floor is yours, ma'am. Over to you, Jyoti Raja, ma'am.
Thank you,
Welcome once again.
Anita, for the wonderful introduction again. It's good to hear these words again and again. Motivates. Yeah, thank you, Padma, for making this session very, because I know her for a long time and I attended her sessions also. I thought Mother's Day, waste management, all these things. Anyway, we deal most of the kitchen things. So it's like correlated. We can relate it to this. Thank you very much. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all. Though we celebrated it 2 days back, but still, mothers, every day is a Mother's Day for us. So we are totally into it. When I say whether mother, ma, ai, amma, whatever name it is actually, and it sounds so good, so nice. So for me, I just go with a small. I just know when I'm talking, thinking about it, I got it that mother abbreviation. I think people talk so much about mother. I think it's endless, so many songs, I think. But I feel mothers, and because I was recently, just know my daughter shared something with me that though she mentioned that even though I'm elder, but I still feel that, and you love me as if I'm a kid. I don't know why she was telling that actually. And she's having a kid already, but I treat her as let's see, I love your treatment, treat me as a kid. So I liked it. I love you, Mama. Just now she sent me a message. So for that, okay, I thought, okay, I'll share something with you people. It just happened to me. As a mother, when you say it's like, it's always motivating. Mother, the M stands for motivating. Whatever is the situation, what I think as mothers, we do the same thing. And I think our mothers did the same thing to us. When we were in a low mood, whenever we are not performing, when you are saying, it's okay, no problem, you will do it. I know your potential. Today, maybe it's not a good day. Maybe you're not your day. So it's always like a motivating. I think we always talk about external motivation. The unconditional motivation will come, not conditional love, unconditional motivation always comes from the mother without anything. And whatever the situation, she always there that I know nothing is going to happen. Yes, you will be right. That's the first thing. I say mother motivating. The second one is always optimistic. When it comes to the children, their own children, she's always no. Everything is good. It's going to happen. Don't worry at all. And all the optimism comes through mother, and she showers on the kid. I think we experienced it and we do the same thing. I think whenever we do the same thing to our children, whenever they come to us, no, nothing will happen. You will be told, you are going to do it. Even the child is of 40 years or 50 years or 20 years or 10 years. But irrespective of age, we try to give that optimistic view to them. At the time, very time conscious. I think mothers, almost all the mothers are very you have to study, you have to eat, you have to do this. Okay, everything. I think children, they forget. I think mothers never forget their children exams, husbands' calendars, their own calendars everywhere. As a mother, we keep a track of everything and we are very time conscious. That's why most of the children don't like, Amma, you all remember everything. You never forget anything of what. You remember our schedules and your schedules also. It's always happens that. Then comes, it's always helpful. I think I say helpful in the sense not that literally they go out of the way to help the people, to their children. It's not only their own kids, it's actually whenever they feel some kid, some child is in problem, these people just go and jump it. I think we did many times actually. You have many experiences like that. Even those who are in teaching line, I think we're all of the teaching line. We try, our children means all the class children are our children. We try to help them. Better what happened, why you're dull. So we try to have any support you needed, any help you needed. Mothers are ready to offer this. And then comes always energetic, and you see no dull moment, even though they're not well physically, mentally, or anything, but still they never give that dull moment. They never, always energetic. Whatever they suffer, even if she's not feeling well, some child ask you, Mama, I wanted to eat something. Okay. She runs, no, better. Just wait for 2 minutes and she goes and does something and comes back and do it. Okay. So that time, and people say this, like, now you can't see, now you're not in pain. When that time you're saying that you are in pain, we said, no, because my son asked, my daughter asked, my children asked, I do it. Okay. And this applies to each and every mother, not only here, everywhere. Okay. But maybe situations may be different, but all these conditions. Last, but not the least, actually, ready to do anything, anytime, any situation, anything for the children. They don't wait for the time, they don't for the moment, is it right moment? They go to any extent to support their children. Okay. According to me, I just framed it when I'm starting this session only, I just framed it actually. So this is dedicated, motivating, optimistic, and time conscious, helpful, energetic, ready to do anything, anytime, anything, dedicated to all the mothers here and all over the world. Okay. I think so. This is my short. I think I don't know. I've taken much time. Anita, sorry, if I take extra time.
No.
This is a small presentation on site. So once again, happy Mother's Day. Every day is a Mother's Day to us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Happy
thank you so
Mother's Day
much.
to you too, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I add one
Thank you
more
so
thing.
much.
Like children are counselors also to mothers. They are great.
After a certain
counselors.
age, I'm experiencing that now.
They are great counselors because
Now I'm experiencing it because I reached that age that now they tell me that Amma, don't do this. Do this.
Okay. Thank you. It was nice, Jyoti Raja.
Thank you for a wonderful session and a wonderful message, and wishing each one of you a very happy Mother's Day, ma'am. With your kind permission, may I move to the next speaker, Mrs. Sunanda Ravi Chintapeta, who will be speaking on the topic emotional well-being. She's a founder and director for Manasa Shubhakara, founder and president for the Deccan Positive Mental Health Practitioners Association. She's a professional coordinator in the Yellow Pond Counseling Center, certified positive psychologist from the Pennsylvania University, USA. She has given 120 plus speeches in webinars, seminars, conducting workshops, television interviews, and has taken training programs in various forums and corporate offices. And she has given speeches in more than 32 forums. Organized 120 plus sessions. And over to you, Sunanda ma'am. Sunanda ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for giving this opportunity. And I thank Padmanandya ma'am and Jyoti ma'am. They addressed beautifully. Then even I can say 22nd April is Mother Earth Day, right? For that also she gave a nice introduction how we can do waste management in our home. We can beautifully connect how it connects, right? Mental health as well as our eco-sustainability. Then today's my topic is emotional wellness. Emotional wellness is more important. We want to focus on our emotions, right? Even some people, they don't know what is emotion. We focus on our physical health, right? But we don't know where is mind or where is what is my emotions. We can make a checklist where I am stuck up or what are my emotions at present, how I am feeling. That we can make a note. We can make a checklist, right? Where I stuck, or even for small kids, we can introduce green emoji, right? Green smiley or red smiley. They can make a tick. I'm not feeling well, so I can make a red emoji, red smiley, and I am not comfortable. What my feeling at present moment. In that way, we can teach our kids. Yeah, mothers, they don't express themselves, right? Their ability to express their expressions in a right way, in a positive way, is more important. That is the main reason for day-to-day life diseases, what we call diabetics or high BP or thyroid, whatever. Even nowadays, it's very common, right? PCO or endometriosis. For all these negative emotions are, we have to take care more on emotions care, right? For that, whenever she is not comfortable or she is not feeling well, immediately she has to express, she has to communicate with their relatives or friends or partner, with their kids. She has to express, and we have to allow our emotions wherever I am or whatever my feelings I have to express. Then we can express, right? Touch or hug or kisses. We can express in that way our positive emotions. Then tell her whatever she's having pain, or usually mothers won't express their emotions. They will suppress, right? So we can ask now and then, we can communicate. Nowadays, most of the kids are staying in abroad. Through video call or mobile only, they will interact, right? That time, next door kids or next door friends, whoever next door, that is more important. By physical expression, we can convey our emotions, right? Then quality time. It may be relatives or friends, whoever, neighbors. We can spend quality time. When we are our vibes match, we can go with them, right? So that is the reason we are together today. Then what are the benefits when I focus on my emotional wellness? What are the benefits? That we can maintain healthy relationship. Then we can improve resolving interpersonal conflicts. Then I can feel myself, I am capable or I am okay with myself, right? I can express whole. We can focus on our holistic wellness. Then we can navigate our stress or depression wherever I struck up, that I can express on my own. Then having positive sense to myself, that is more important. Taking self-care. Then healthy sense of identifying ethnicity, right? That we can, when I focus emotional wellness, these are the benefits. Positive emotions are more important. That I can say gratitude, love, bliss, these are the positive emotions. I can focus on that, right? We can teach our kids whatever gratitude, one single word, thank you, says a lot. Yeah, with this note, I can conclude today's session. Thank you, Anita ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Sunita ma'am, for that wonderful, very, very short speech, which has a lot of meaning. And we'll definitely take all those wonderful points that you have shared with us. And with your kind permission, may I move to the next speaker for the day, ma'am? Yeah. Thank you. Mrs. Shamla Jairam Sharma ma'am, life does not come with a manual, it comes with a mother. And regarding an introduction to ma'am, Shamla Jairam Sharma ma'am is a founder of Progressive Minds Training Academy, healer, life and wellness coach. She comes with 41 years industrial experience. She has been in the training domain for the past 19 years. Shamala Jairam Sharma ma'am is a neuro-linguistic programming master trainer with NFNLP USA, a certified soft skills trainer, pranic healer, Yoga Nidra trainer. She's also an advanced practitioner of law of attraction and Ho'oponopono. She's under supervision for transactional analysis. She's been conducting workshops in NLP, emotional freedom technique, chakra balancing, and meditation. And with that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much once again for being here. The floor is yours. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much to DPF and all the participants. Happy Mother's Day to all. I would like to start with a Sanskrit shloka. You know that this Mother's Day falls on second Sunday during May, and this time it coincided with Shankaracharya's Jayanti also, right? And he has written a beautiful verse for his mother, which is known as Matru Panchakam. I may read because I'm not, I can't remember that so much. Mukta manistvam namanam nayanam mameti rajeti jiveti chiram sutatvam itayuktam vatyasa tava vachi mataha dadamyaham tandulamesham shushkam. So what he says that, you know, that mother, oh mother, when I was young, because you know that Shankaracharya left home when he was 12 years old, and he was a philosopher of the 7th century. So this is dedicated when his mother passed away actually, and during some conversation she had told that wherever you are when I am dying, at that time I would like you to be there. So he says that, oh mother, you know, mukta manistvam, that is the pearl of, you are my pearl. Nayanam mameti, you are the apple of my eye. Rajeti, that is in Tamil we call no Raja. You know, when you lovingly call your male child, you say Raja. So she said, Rajeti, Jiveti Chiram Sutatvam. So what that is mean that you, son, I bless you for a long life. Itayuktam Vatyatva Tava Vachi Mataha. That is, he says that from that mouth which so much of appreciation came, today I am putting the dadamyaham tandulamesham shushkam. So that is, I am putting dry grain in your mouth. And there is a ritual which is followed for the person who has deceased. So though Shankaracharya actually left all the worldly possession and moved into a spiritual life, still he yielded to his mother love. So that remained, you know, utmost importance to him. The other mother earth is what we call is the mother earth. And you know, in our scriptures we have such beautiful that we every day we offer our pranams to the mother who has given birth to us and the mother earth. So what is the shloka? We say that Samudra Vasane Devi Parvata Sthana Mandale Vishnu Patni Lakshmi Namastubhyam Padasparsa Samaswami. So showing your gratitude, asking for forgiveness because you are stepping onto the earth so many times, you know. So such beautiful prayers and invocation for our mother. And life doesn't come with a manual, it comes with a mother. So, you know, you choose a womb and you go there and the whole body changes, her hormone changes, her physical appearance changes, and she, you know, carries you in the womb for the 9 months with so much changes. And post-delivery, there can be so many changes in her body, but a simple cry, she knows what to give you when, and she's there alive for you always to take care. She knows what is to be done. She doesn't need to have a big manual where to know what I have to go refer and do it. You know, it's very instinctive, and she would have also seen how her mother has brought her up. You know, like one thing which I was always unknowingly, which I have done or unconsciously, I would say that have seen my mother wherever she is, you know, if she has gone out also, the first thing is just immediately change and get into the kitchen. So her utmost importance was to see that my children are properly fed. Food has to be always to be given on time. And some of the mothers, can express love. Some of the mothers cannot express love, which doesn't mean that the mother doesn't love. It is because of the environment from where she has been born and brought up. She may express to you in the same way. Some people may, over a period of time, love. So I want to tell all the children today that mother, her love is unconditional, and she's always there. And and nobody is perfect, and she need not be perfect, and accept her for what it is. Try to see what the best is in her and take care of her and love her. With that, I would like to conclude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful speech, ma'am. It had a lot of meaning, and thank you once again. And with your kind permission, may I move on to the next speaker, Kalyani Garimala, ma'am. Kalyani, ma'am, if you're there.
She's not there.
Kalyani
Yes.
is not here. Okay.
She's
Okay. Okay, ma'am. I'll move on to the next speaker for the day, Kirti Sudharamani, ma'am. And she's a counseling psychologist, remedial teacher, art therapy practitioner, and a storyteller. Sudharamani, ma'am, has completed her master's in psychology from the University of Madras. As a part of enhancing her counseling skills, she has completed various certificate courses in cognitive behavior therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, solution-focused based therapy, anxiety counseling, relationship counseling, to name a few. Presently running her own center where she's taking remedial sessions and also counseling sessions using an eclectic approach. With that short introduction, I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to you. And the floor is yours. Over to you, ma'am. Welcome once again.
Yeah, thank you, Anita. So it's, I mean, Padma ma'am started with taking care of her mother nature. It's a wonderful start, actually. And whatever Jyoti ma'am told, Shyamla ma'am told, wonderful. I mean, now I'm in a fix for what to start, how to start, actually, because the most important things are already told. How we need to, and Sunanda, of course, Sunanda, how to manage our emotions when we are in a. I would like to tell, I mean, in generations, how mother's role is changing and how fathers are getting into the roles of taking willingly the role of mothers. For example, if I have to tell about my great grandmother or my grandmother, their generation has to see the domination, the main domination of the husbands in the family. They whatever they have to tell, they told, they used to follow that without any changing, without any second thought, actually, I should say. And also the health. I have seen some situations and read in some stories also. If they are as Jyoti ma'am, I think, or Sunanda, I don't remember exactly. If their health is not good, they don't pay attention to their health. Jyoti only, I think. They usually think about the whole family. If I sleep, the things will not happen, so I cannot take rest. So I have seen my, and then come to my mother's generation, or my aunts, my mother's sisters, who are little elderly. Now they're not there, but still I could see them, how they're willingly, how many of our people come to the family or summer holidays, whenever we go to their place, they used to take care of everything. I mean, they're most welcoming. No, saying no is very difficult for my aunts at that generation. Anybody is welcome. Even though we are not their own children, they used to treat us like their own children, and give out everything, the love, affection, whatever, what do you want to eat, all those things used to happen. We enjoyed a lot with my aunt's place, I mean, at my aunt's place, like that. And then coming to, maybe I'm talking about 80s, 90s, 90s. Now I'm talking about 90s mothers. I can say that I'm a 90s mother. So here the situation has come little, mother has taken little position to express herself, started talking about her needs and her pains. Maybe I'm not comfortable like this. Not maybe everybody doesn't have that kind of situation at home, but still some thinking has started to think about their own self-care. And slowly when the 2010, every 10 years, the generation gap we can see, the shift we can see. And in the 2000s, at 2010, like that, if we see, the male are joining the whatever the household things. Nowadays, we can see like in this 2020, after 2020, especially after COVID, we can see that the male are taking up the kitchen work and also taking care of the children. And sometimes both the parents are at home, but nobody is there to look after the children. Then the one wife is working, the husband is joining her, supporting her, looking after the children, our kitchen work, whatever it is. So the balance is now slowly setting in. What I'm trying to tell is now I can see my cousins who are much younger to me now, who are in 30s. They are much more comfortable with their spouses because but the balance is there. Work-life balance they are managing, and also the domestic help, domestic needs they are managing, and raising the children also they are sharing, and caring is seen now. So, but one more thing I have seen, my son's generation, like who are in 20s now, they are thinking that having children is a burden. They don't want children at all. That is also slowly the shift is going down. Everybody loves their mother, but they don't want to become the parenthood. They are not ready for the parenthood now, this generation, which we need to have more awareness sessions. We need to take up more awareness sessions for this generation, because in Japan, it is like that only. Now only we can see more elderly people who are I mean, the people are not ready to give birth to new children because they don't want to take up the burden of the rearing up the children. So on this thought, I mean, we need to curate some programs to bring in awareness, how the generations can move forward with more optimism. I want to end here.
Thank you so much for bringing out that wonderful point. And definitely, we have to reflect on some of the points that you have given. And with your kind permission, may I move on to the next speaker? We have, thank you, ma'am. We have Mrs. Shripali Dasgupta, and she has an MPhil in clinical psychology. She's an RCI registered clinical psychologist. Her specialization are in mental retardation. Notable experiences are psychodiagnostic testing in Raja Bazar Science College, Kolkata, under service program unit as test administrator and counselor. She's been a lecturer in Vinayaka Missions University, Kolkata, counselor in the Hemophilia Society, Calcutta chapter. Certifications are CBSE certification on learning outcomes and pedagogies. And some of the key skill areas, and she has 7 years of experience in marital, family, and individual counseling, IQ and psychometric testing, and special education. With that, and she has been presently working in the Meridian Madhapur school. With that short introduction, I would like to hand over the floor to you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Listening about myself from a very experienced person, it is always very, what I can say, exciting. And so many things you told so nicely about me. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, Sunanda, ma'am, and all for giving me the opportunity. Each of us, we often listen one word like this: get up, it is 9 o'clock. But in reality, actually, it is 7 o'clock. Who can say like this? Only a mother. Or else, should I come? अगर मैं आती हूँ ना तो फिर देख लेना. This is also only can say our mother, but in reality she will not do anything. But the means we are scared of these lines, or because I used to listen all those things very frequent from my mother, and the common dialogue was, no need to study from today. Now itself I'll pack all the books and I will throw it, and you will be working in a kawadi khana or in a kirana shop. These all are very common, and in my childhood I was scared of all those things, but not scared of my father. My father was my shelter all the time. I used to go to, and my father used to say, "Arey, mummy ko mat wo kar, jo bolti hai sun le." Means my father is also maybe a little bit scared of my mother whenever she is in a Ma Chandi room. So, but the thing is, the tradition is going still now. Now I am also doing the same thing with my daughter. But that day, I promised that no, someday I'll be also a mother, but I will not do all those things what my mother is doing with me. But I think this is the sweetness, this is the emotional bonding with the children to mother. After my marriage, actually, means not marriage, after my delivery, I had to leave my job. I was working in a Kolkata University as a psychologist, but my husband got transferred in Kerala, Cochin. So just I quit the job because my daughter that time needed her father. And in Kerala, finding a job was a very hard thing for me because whenever I went for any interview, the first thing they asked me, do you know Malayalam? Can you speak Malayalam? Can you understand Malayalam? Nothing. I only said no, because I couldn't make it. So I didn't get any job. Then it was like, what I can do now? Because no job, how I'll spend my time. My well-being is priority. I understood that time because I'm in the field of psychology. So I started learning the traditional Bengali cuisine from my mother. I used to ask my mother, you tell me this thing, that thing. And I maintained one book. And my mother also engaged with me over the phone only to teach me some recipes and all. Then I started mandala art. This is also, my teacher was YouTube channels, but I did it. And then I thought, okay, let us search for some places, the uncommon places in Kerala where the footfalls are very less. And we used to go like weekends and all, the remote places and all. And I started writing vlogs in my, not in a social media or like this, in our Facebook or in my diaries. And later on, these vlogs and all helped my daughter for her studies. That time I didn't know that it will help me in future and all, but somehow it happened for my daughter's social studies and the subject related thing. And after that, I thought, my days though gone, nothing will happen because I am not working or something else. But let me find out something for my daughter. When I am in Kerala, so the best thing is classical dance. So why I'll not enroll my daughter for the classical dance? So that I'll post some dance poses in Facebook and I'll get some comments on that. This time, these all were my happiness, that everybody will tell something. And the audience or my friend list, they were very nice. Every time they used to write, she is dancing so nice because of her mother. So this, because of her mother, this line was so satisfactory, and I enrolled her for the dance, the Bharatnatyam. But my intention was that thing only. Mother is the key. Mother is mother, because no one is there to praise me that time, because only at my home I was no work, nothing. And then what happened? I thought, no, my well-being is related to my husband also. I have to make good thing with my husband, because praising from husband, it is more important than anyone else. He should tell, yeah, तुमने तो क्या कर दिया आज. This line is too much satisfactory. So I used to ask him, how was your day? I don't know anything about his job and nothing. My intention, okay, he will share something and all. And by this, actually, I got to know some challenges of his life also and all. I started it just like that only, but it helped our well-being also to develop or and after that, now we shifted in Hyderabad, and I got job and all. I also nowadays I am also got busy, but my thing is how now I can make my mother happy, how I can make a smile to my mother's face, because she did her all responsibilities, major responsibilities with letter marks. Now nothing else is there for her, but we need to make her what I can say, happy and happy. So I figured it out that her field of interest. Then I found that when I was child, she loved to stitch the frog and all, though she didn't learn anything. I bought a machine, the Usha hand machine. Now she is making the frog and my kurtis also at home, and she's very happy. She's engaging herself with the machines and all, and some cuisines also. I used to say, Mama, you make these things, Ma, you make that thing. So that is how actually this is a reciprocal thing. But I can understand. My happiness is related to my family members to whom I am surrounded. My father also, my mom also. So the main motto, I think, to make them happy can make us also happy. I will not extend the session long. This is only the thing. Nowadays, I am very happy because my mother and my parents and my in-laws are also very happy. I want to show you something which I made in my coaching days when I was in Kerala. And my husband, he framed all those things to make me happy. Actually, the well-being and all are dependent to each other. This is cumulative. It is not individual things. I cannot make myself happy by me only. My surroundings also should help me or help someone to become us happy. This was something I made when I spending my time. This mandala art also, this thing also. So I was very happy of doing all those things, and obviously from the appreciation from my husband. I don't know today he will be seeing or not, but later on I'll show him the YouTube recordings. This one also, this was a bag, and these things I only made. And this is the catalog from where I learned all those things, because I am not an expert on all those things, but I tried to learn something new. And then from my mother, I learned these things and I made this one. Now also I started because it is summer vacation, but I don't think I'll finish it up. This one also, this is my recent thing. I'm just trying to make something because whenever I'm doing such things, now my mother is very happy. My mother feels like, yes, my daughter is doing something. Because all those things, the stitching, cooking, maintaining home nicely, these all are very satisfactory for my mother. Not that you go to school and teach the children and all. Make your home first, very nicely. Then only you are successful. So I don't want to hurt my mother's things also. She is very happy that I am going to school and now I am doing my job. But eventually, she is looking for my extracurricular activities also, what I am doing. So every day is Mother's Day, actually. Mother's Day is not a single day, but why we celebrate one day as a Mother Day? Because that is the Mental Health Deccan Positive, our forum celebrated this day only for the mothers. Every day we cannot talk about our mothers and all, so that we just fixed one day to talk nicely about our mother. And I am very, this is very important, and I am very happy that this forum is there where I can express my things and I can learn many things from you all. When you all are very experienced and senior to me, this is very, very, very satisfactory, ma'am. And every day I'm learning many things from you all. So now I'm concluding my session here only, my talk here only. And happy Mother's Day to you all, because you all are excellent mothers, and bless me also so that I can also be a good mother. Because my daughter every day she say, Mama, you are very strict. And one more thing, this is nowadays, this is a trend, ma'am, that the children are more inclined towards the fathers, not towards mothers. Fathers are like heroes. So I'm also trying something to do for my child to incline herself towards me. But it is nice. Yes, this is a father, means parental support, parental love, parental things are very important. So I also wanted to be you all like my mother and experienced mother like you. Bless me and bless my daughter also. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful message which you have given. I think definitely we have to reflect on many of the points that you have given. Ma'am, thank you so much once again. And with your kind permission, may I move on to the next, because I'm the next speaker here. So can I move on to the, yes, myself. I'm Mrs. Anita Ramchandran. I've been given a wonderful topic by Sunanda ma'am, and thank you so much for the opportunity. It's on self-care. Let me introduce myself. Ministry of Education UAE approved a school teacher with outstanding classroom management skills and a genuine passion for helping children of all abilities to reach their full potential, and effective classroom practitioner with the required behavioral management skills and personal commitment needed to ensure that all students succeed and fulfill their academic potential. Possessing a vast experience of working in diverse academic settings and developing lesson plans for a wide range of students. I worked as a counselor for a very short period because I had to migrate to UAE once I got married in 1998. And yes, with that, I'll just move on to my topic. Self-care is something which has a multi-dimensional, multifaceted process of purposeful engagement and strategies that help us and promote healthy functioning and enhances our well-being. It is all about caring for ourselves, and the name suggests to ensure your physical and emotional needs are met. I found this very important. As long as I was working as a teacher for about a period of 13, 14 years, I never realized that because I was much younger. But then once I resigned my job to take care of my daughter and my family, I realized that it was important for me to concentrate on my health also. Family is also important. At the same time, just make little time for our own self. It is not, we are not being selfish, but it's very important for us to take care of ourselves. Self-care is very important because it helps us re-establish balance and avoid any kind of burnout. It is often the mechanism of recalibrating and getting in touch with our ability to play, have fun, relax, and to connect with people. And good self-care can take many, many forms. It could be ensuring to get enough sleep every night or stepping outside for a few minutes for some fresh air. It can also mean taking the time to do what we enjoy. Sometimes you might need more self-care in one particular area to restore your balance or to find some kind of a relief from stressors in your life. These are unavoidable. But then you will continue to have stressors, some kind of worry or procrastinating about things. But then we have to try and balance those things. In fact, I've shared my experience many times with Sunanda ma'am, and she had been telling me that you should do some kind of exercising, focus on your positive things, and forget your this one. It's due to the health problems that I had to tell her and share some of my personal problems. To care for your health and well-being, it is important to find a balance that allows us to address each of these areas. It is a conscious act which people take to promote their physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health. It is vital for building up our resilience towards life stressors that we cannot eliminate. And we have to take some steps to care for our both mind and body and to equip ourselves in order to lead the best life. We have what is known as a physical self-care. We need to take care of our bodies. If we want them to run efficiently, remember that there is a very, very strong connection between our body and our mind. We have to care for our bodies. We think and feel better too. Physical self-care includes fueling our body, getting enough sleep, doing enough physical activity. Just be a little active, caring for your physical needs, attending to healthcare appointments when at the right time, taking medication as prescribed. If you just have some kind of problems like diabetes or hypertension, take the appropriate medication, managing your life style and health, and taking good care of your physical self. Exercise is very, very important. And some of the questions that we could reflect on are you getting adequate sleep? Is your diet fueling your body well? Are you taking charge of your health? I found that exercising has an immense effect on my body and my mind. I found that through experience. Are you getting enough exercise? Social self-care. Socialization, that is connecting with people, is a very, very important thing to self-care. But often it's hard to make time for friends. But it is easy to neglect our relationships when life gets too busy. Close connections are important to your well-being. The best way to cultivate and to maintain close relationship is to put some time and energy and to build our relationships with others. Some of the questions that you could reflect on. Are you getting enough face-to-face time with your friends? Are you doing enough to nurture your relationship with friends and family? I have made that effort after many years because I was busy taking care of my children. My children were also very young and I had to take care of them. I had to give them full attention. But then now I find that there's a need for me to connect with people. They're also quite busy, but whenever it's possible for them, I have made an effort to do that, to connect with people. Now, mental self-care, the way we think and the things that we are filling our minds greatly influence our psychological well-being. Mental self-care includes doing things that keep our mind sharp, like puzzles or learning about a subject that fascinates you. You might find reading books or watching inspiring movies which fuel your mind. Mental self-care also involves doing things that to make you mentally active and healthy, practicing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and accept yourself, accept your mistakes. For example, helps you to maintain a healthier and inner good dialogue for yourself. Here are a couple of questions to consider when you think about your mental self-care. Are you making enough time for activities that mentally stimulate you? Are you doing proactive things to help you stay mentally healthy? The next aspect is spiritual self-care, where it shows that religion or spirituality is generally gives you a very healthy lifestyle. Nurturing your spirit, however, doesn't have to involve religion. It can also involve anything that helps you develop a deeper sense of meaning in your life, understanding and connection with the universe. Whether you enjoy meditation, attending a religious service, or praying, spiritual care, self-care is essential. Some of the questions that all of us could reflect on is, are you considering, what questions do you ask yourself about life and experience? Are you engaging in spiritual practices that you find fulfilling? The next one is emotional self-care. It is important for us to have healthy coping skills to deal with uncomfortable emotions like anxiety, anger, and sadness. Emotional self-care may include activities that help us acknowledge and express our feelings regularly and safely. Whether you talk to a partner or a close friend about how you feel, or set aside time for leisure activities that help you process your emotions, accept them, and it is important for us to incorporate emotional self-care into your life. Some of the questions that all of us could reflect on is, do you have healthy ways to process your emotions? Do you incorporate certain activities into your life that help you feel charged, recharged? Why is self-care important? It's because it reduces your anxiety and depression. It reduces your stress and it improves your resilience, improves your happiness. It increases your energy levels, reducing your burnout. Stronger interpersonal relationships can be built based on that. And all of us know that WHO has given an important aspect about self-care. It is important because it promotes our health, prevents disease, and helps people cope better with illness. And it's important for us to have a self-care plan. Assess each area of your life which needs more attention and self-care, and reassess your life often. As your situation changes, your self-care needs to really shift, or you need to make some kind of changes. Now, make an assessment of your needs and make a list of your different parts of your life and major activities that you engage in your everyday work, your school, your relationships, or your family, which you might think is important. Consider some of your stressors. That becomes very, very important. Devise self-care strategies like developing boundaries and spend time with friends. For example, it can to build healthy social connections. Again, building boundaries is also very, very important. That helps you to maintain your mental health. Sometimes when people can take advantage of your time, you can just say that in a very polite way and put an end to the and develop certain boundaries, which will definitely help you. Plan for challenges. When you discover that you're neglecting a certain aspect of your life, you can create a plan for change. Make small steps. You don't have to tackle everything at once. Identify one small step that you can begin to take care of yourself and take it in a small way. You can probably have a habit tracker to do that. Schedule time to focus on your needs. Even when you make and you don't find that you cannot squeeze more than one thing, make self-care an important priority. And when you're caring for all aspects of yourself, you find that you're able to operate more effectively and efficiently. And thank you so much. With that, I conclude my speech on self-care. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Anita. It was a fantabulous speech. Yeah, friends, if you have any doubt, you can interact, or else we can conclude today's session.
Overall, it's a wonderful session. I think it just planned 2 days before. Sunanda, I think only 2 days before we thought we'll have. I just asked Sunanda, can we have a session? I think we quickly made everything and made it possible. So it's really a wonderful session. I really enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. We have to thank you because you are connected with Padma Nandial ma'am.
Yeah.
And from the morning, she is planning, Anita ma'am is planning how to coordinate with everyone.
That's nice. But we made it, right?
Yeah.
We made it, actually. We are a very good team.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
We have to appreciate
Just
ourselves.
one small question. Thanks to all the speakers, and you made us reflect on many things in our life. And I have a question for Padma ma'am. Can we actually generate employment opportunities with these kind of recycling? This one is what I was thinking of. And, more number of training programs, because some people would not have realized that, you can use and recycle waste.
True. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. definitely I have done a lot of workshops, but as we have already in the company, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. We have already the company. I'm concentrating only on the composting thing, but I can take sessions on each item separately, because I told you it's very easy, and I can take workshops on how to make kitchen racks creative, and things like that. Opportunity in the sense job opportunities, I don't know. I have not explored in that sense, in that thing. But I do even knitting stoles. So sometimes people take. That's it. I have never did it as a business.
But there is an opportunity. We
But
can create an
definitely, I can
opportunity because it's something a new, different field. Actually, if you start thinking, we can really. If you start thinking on the ground, definitely we can do it. Actually,
If with your motivation and help, definitely I can do it. But right now with the company, I'm myself and my son. In fact, my son started this company, so we both are doing it. So I help him. We have certain things. I help him in talking to the vendors and then doing. So it's almost a full-time job for me. And in full-time in the sense, I allot, as Anita said, I allot a lot of time to myself, because I have done this one Reiki healing. I have done I do Nichiren Buddhism. All this I do for my self improvement, and that's what I told Anita. I will add a few things to my checklist. So you give me suggestions how to do as a business. We can do
No,
it.
ma'am, I found that I've watched many of the YouTube videos in which people are in dire need of money, and they are struggling. Many of them don't have homes. That is why I just thought I'll just question you on that.
it's a
So,
wonderful idea.
I'll be
It's a
thinking in
wonderful
those
idea. Only we need to bring it into the practicalities. Actually,
Exactly.
what are the pros and cons and how to get step by step.
Yeah, I write books also. I mean, these books
We can
which,
work on it. Absolutely no issues.
I mean, it's
Can work on it.
motivating. Definitely, I'll think. Thank you for your suggestion.
Yeah, ma'am.
Most
In
welcome,
future
ma'am.
also, you can share your thoughts in our forum, ma'am. Yeah.
I'll just it's a wonderful opportunity. I'm speaking to you. I mean, listening and speaking. I learned a lot. And then special thanks to Jyoti Raja for introducing me to this session. So, because naturally, I've never thought. Suddenly, I got a call 3 days back, I think, Jyoti, saying that I said, fine. What is it? I mean, this in Hyderabad, it is the first time. Of course, in Gurgaon and Delhi, I have done a lot. From here, I do with Noida and other things. But Hyderabad session is the first time. Thank you once again for the organizers. Sunanda, thanks for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm there for you to help in composting and other things anytime.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. I think we can conclude today's session, right?
That's it.
Successfully 1.5 hours.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I thank Jyoti ma'am, Sudha Garu, then Shamala ma'am, Anita ma'am, Sripali. I thank each and everyone. Those who are watching through YouTube also, I can thank them. Then you can share this link to your friends and other WhatsApp group. With this, I'm dedicating a poem to all mothers in this earth. My dearest mother, you are loved more than words. You are loved more than words can say. Your love is at the center. Your love is the center. If all one best times, when we just eating, talking, we are just eating, talking, and laughing together. Your love is plain, inspiring, Your love is plain and inspiring. To this is just to say thank you. To this is just to say thank you from the bottom of the heart. From the bottom of the heart, I thank each and every one, lovely ladies.
Only one thing, ma'am. I have shared our thing with my colleagues also. Means in my school group. So one of my colleagues just now she messaged me that Shripali, I am very happy to see you with Jyoti Raja ma'am, because I worked with her and she was my mentor and head. Sunita Nagarani ma'am.
Oh, okay. I know. I know.
I said, okay, ma'am, I will convey your thing to Jyoti ma'am, because still now we
Thank
are in
you.
a session.
Yeah.
So maybe in the previous
I-
school
I-
you worked.
I'll talk to her. No problem.
Yeah.
Your word is so small,
The word is so
Sripali.
small, actually. Yes.
So small.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, friends.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
and bye, everyone. Thank you all once again.
Very
Bye.
nice.
Bye.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you so much. Thank you.